Hello, everybody, and welcome to a brand new episode of Viking Sports Today. I'm Jacob Netchmore, joined here by Jackie Blonowitz and girls basketball players Gabby and Sabrina. Guys, how you doing?
Good.
Good, how are you?
I'm doing good. So we'll start with tonight's your first home game. You've played a couple games on the road, so what have you thought of the season so far? If you both want to answer, whoever goes first.
Do you
is
want me
fine.
to go
go
first?
yeah.
Okay.
Second home game? My bad.
So far we've been doing very good. We're like a very new team, so I think we're getting everything that the coach is teaching us down pretty well, and it's just getting better as the season goes on.
Yeah, I think like as the games have gone on, we've definitely started to work more as a team than like originally the first, at least home game. I think there's definitely a big improvement as we've seen, even though we've been on the road. Even through the Christmas tournament, I think we got a lot better.
So, for being a new team, what is the advantages and disadvantages of that?
I think the disadvantages of that is like most of the teams that we play have primarily like been playing with each other for a couple years, but some advantages could be that like since we're a new team, we have a really good team for the years to come, and we're not losing a bunch of seniors.
Yeah, I agree, and also like there's more opportunities like for improvement with like fresh and new. We can kind of like start like on a new like level kind of.
So what have you guys thought about your start to the season? How have you felt about it so far?
I think it was, again, like we're a very new team, so in the beginning of the season it was a little rocky since we're all getting to know each other, but especially into the new year, we've been playing like really good, and it's just very impressive.
Yeah, I agree.
So, how has you playing good? How has coach kept you humble during that time to not go over the top, but to keep your focus on the next game?
She keeps us she holds us accountable in practice. Like
Yeah.
if we need to run, she'll make us run, but obviously we should have some fun, which we do. But she definitely keeps us to a high standard.
Yeah, I think like through practices and stuff, like we continue to just try to work to improve. Like even though we win one game, that doesn't mean we're gonna win the next game. Like we keep needing to improve. So I think she holds us again accountable, like Gabby said.
I want to talk more about playing under Coach Dyer. You know, somewhat new to the program, been here a couple years. So what's your favorite part about playing under Coach Dyer?
I think that we have a really good relationship with her, like on and off the court. Like she's our coach, but at the same time she's also like one of our friends. So
Yeah.
it's a good balance.
Yeah, and I think like you can definitely tell that she really like cares about us, and she really cares about like our success. So I like it feels good to like know that someone really wants you to like succeed.
So, how has the relationship between the coaches helped you guys succeed as individuals?
I think for me personally, it just like encourages me to like really want to play and makes me have more
Yeah.
fun. So it brings like a light to the game. So it's just even more enjoyable to play with her.
Yeah, and I feel like when someone believes in you, like your confidence definitely is boosted. So I feel like, playing under her, I feel like she encourages you to try new things, take more shots, or do whatever she believes that you can do to improve.
Looking at the rest of the season, what's the outlook for the rest of the year? What do you want to do with this team?
We have some tough games coming up, so I just
Yeah.
want to keep working very hard, keep playing as a team, and just like regardless of the outcome, don't give up.
Exactly. Like just like remain focused, focus in practice, focus in games. If we all just work together, I think that we'll have a good outcome.
So, what are your kind of like what do you think of like tough games? Like how do you like approach one if as a team? Like when you know there's a team coming up. I know every single game's tough, but when you see a team coming up who's really good, how do you kind of approach that?
Well, first we work really hard in practice. We come up with a
Yeah.
couple plays based on what they run or like what they tend to do. And then when it comes to the actual game itself, we just go in like confident and just play our game.
Right. Like I think we just try to match like their intensity or match like the competition, and we always stick to our game usually. So I feel like when we just stick to our game, regardless of how good the team is, we usually, maybe it doesn't always end up in a good outcome, but at least like we can say that we tried our best.
All right, well, guys, we thank you for joining us. We'll have another interview coming up right after this. Guys, thank you again.
Thank you
Of
so
course.
much.
Thank you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Viking Sports Today. I'm Jacob Netchbord, joined by Joseph Atala and our bowling expert, Megan Falvey, today. Megan, big part of the bowling team. You obviously have been doing that for a couple years now. So just take us through that. Tell us about bowling and that experience.
It's been a great 4 years on this team. We've had great experiences all 4 years, but this season is just on another level.
I mean, yeah, not only has it been, a fun experience for you, but you guys are 9-0 this year.
Yeah.
So obviously undefeated, that's got to be fun. And just take us through that. Take us through the season so far, how great it's been and how being undefeated feels.
It feels good. We haven't qualified for states in years, but this year we got accepted into states, which
Awesome.
is amazing to say the least. And we're just making spares this year. We're taking the time to practice, and it's obviously paying off.
I won't lie, I don't know too much about bowling, but, it's very exciting to hear that you guys make states in a very long time. And, is there anyone, on the
Sorry, Randy will just airball the 3 down there.
That's bad. Is there anyone on the team who, particularly, stands out to you, as a really, very good player? A good bowler.
I mean, David Dudas, the seniors. Nathan Thomas really has stood up this year. He's only a freshman, and we see real potential for him. And he's going to have a good 4 years.
Yeah, I mean, Nathan does a lot of behind-the-scenes work up here.
Yeah.
No one really knows, but Nathan's a big part of what we do here as well. Nick Dahl, too. Nick Dahl's on that bowling team.
Nick Dahl, too.
Nick Dahl has been a big piece of live stream in the past, continues to be, and obviously the director of basketball operations, too. So shout-out Nick Dahl there.
Oh, yeah.
But, Megan, we'll talk more about you and the bowling team. Your personal best this year was rolled. I don't know if it was this year, something like that.
My high series is 462, and my high game is 167.
Okay, so take us through that and take us through how you're working to get those numbers.
I
don't know, up or down. I don't know if it goes up or down.
It goes up.
So this isn't golf.
So, you just got to practice making spares, making strikes whenever you can, and practice off of match days really does help. And that's what I have been doing along with my teammates, and it's been paying off major this season.
I'm just curious. Is there any specifically practices or workouts that you guys do for bowling?
I mean,
I don't know. I'm just curious.
Team. I would think so.
Most of us go on weekends to just bowl 3 games, practice, see where we're at for the next week. And yeah, that's how we practice. Really, this bowling season is matches, and that's about it.
I'm sorry, but these teachers are the worst basketball players I think I've ever seen.
Bros is tough, though.
Anyway, let's talk about some coaches down there. Let's talk about Coach Sawicki a little bit. I'm the head coach of this bowling squad. Take us through that. Take us through what Coach Pam and Coach Sawicki has brought to the squad.
She gives great advice. She's always willing to help. And yeah, she just helps a lot. Make sure we are hitting the right pins at the right time and making necessary strikes and spares.
Anything else?
I don't got anything.
Megan, any final thoughts here on the interview?
I don't think so.
All right. Well, we thank you for joining us in the vault. A lot of football that we talked about, some NBA, some coaching changes. We've seen a lot of coaching changes.
Oh,
in the last couple
that's crazy.
Days. Just to start, Belichick, Saban. We're going to get into all of that in the vault in just a few minutes. Stay tuned for that. We will see you then.